hello and stuff.
Dude, this guy's rants are hilarious, Ken.
Yeah, aren't they great?
Like, he goes on tangents for like 15, 20 seconds about why people suck.
And it's all true. Well, and the best part is that, like I said, there's 3 videos. He does one for each of the prequels. And,
I'm
yeah.
gonna have to watch these because he's not wrong. Like, I hate to say it, those series like had a couple scenes that I'm like, okay, those scenes are pretty badass. The rest of them I was kind of like, that's kind of lame.
Are you showing them that crazy ass movie reviewer that like has a mock person in their basement, Ken?
Yep, Mr. Plinkett.
Yeah. He's psychotic.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
He hasn't gotten to the part yet, but you remember, what's wrong with your face?
Yeah. Whoa.
Now that we're here, though, I can recommend it to Scott as well, and Bill. Pretty sure Bill saw it at one point.
I think Scott's a little cross-eyed right now.
He hasn't said anything yet, so...
A little cross-eyed. What's up, Bill?
Hey.
Mr. Bill.
Mr.
Nothing. Ah, damn thing.
They call me Mr. Pig.
Wow. Yeah, nothing's going on.
Well, that's not bad.
Yep. Other than the fact that I thought I was just about ready to get my kids to go back to school, and then the other one gets sick.
Don't worry, soon we're gonna tell them to take their masks off and go back to school sick.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I had a parent today. I was in a 45-minute long meeting with a parent who's like, I just want my kid to pass school. Not a problem, ma'am. I'm here to help out. But really important for your son to do that, he has to come to school. Yeah, but he's really intimidated by large classes. Well, ma'am, that's all we've got. I'm really sorry about that. You should make your class smaller. I would if I could, ma'am. Love to help you out. Well, my son doesn't like to do auditory learning. Oh, not a problem, ma'am. We'll give him access to the textbook. He doesn't read.
What?
Okay. How would you like me to help him learn? Can you just pass him?
Oh my god.
Sorry, ma'am, I can't do that. I don't understand why you can't. Well, one, he doesn't come to school, and he has never once showed me that he knows anything. And when I ask him if he wants to do anything, he shrugs his shoulder and tells me to fuck off. So I'd love to help you. But he doesn't seem like he really wants to do this. Oh, no, he really wants to do this. Oh, he does. Oh, yeah, he says it all the time. Really? That's not what I've observed. She then went and complained to my boss, and my boss came laughing his ass off. He's like, did you really tell her to write to the legislature to change the laws regarding education? Yes, I did.
Well, that's what she's asking for.
Well, yeah, so I said, ma'am, I can't change. I can only teach what I'm required to by the state. She goes, well, why can't we teach the way we did in the 90s when I went to school? Well, education has evolved since then. I'd like to help you with that. But if you'd like to make any changes, you need to contact the school board or the state legislature. So I wish you all the best. And just as a reminder, I'm going to reiterate here, your student hasn't done anything, and he has missed 95% of the school year. His F is going to stand.
He doesn't have to have an education. He could just do YouTube. I mean,
I told Mom, I said, you can read them things. I go, here's some websites where they offer lessons. Khan Academy.
I was just going to say that.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah, Khan Academy is like awesome.
But your son has to demonstrate that he knows this. Well, what if I do the work? Ma'am, you can't do that, and
Oh
you
my
probably
God.
shouldn't tell me that. You're just being really unreasonable.
You're being
Ma'am?
unreasonable.
Ma'am, if you feel that, you have that right of opinion. Not a problem. I highly recommend that you contact administration and the counselor and have your son transferred to a class that's more accommodating to your needs. I wish you the best of luck. They call the counselor and everybody. Counselor's response is, you do know he's the best person, like, for a kid like yours. He's going to hold him accountable. I really don't want that.
At least you
Welcome
get
to Shadows. Yeah, hey.
Two things that make a person happy: discipline and responsibility. Most people don't think so, but really, discipline, responsibility, that is a surefire ticket to being happy. It really is.
a little bit
Oh
of
yeah,
bondage.
I call it love and limits.
What's funny is that responsibility is far more broad stroke than just saying being accountable. It's actually just, it's an awareness stuff, but that's a whole spiritual trip that I'm not going to go into. That could eat up this entire session.
Let's just talk
Shadows.
parenting.
Oh my god, they don't have it. I'm looking for that scene in Back to the Future 3 when Strickland's like great grandfather is telling his dad, remember, discipline, son. Discipline.
Dr. John Kimball? Oh, yeah.
Get real attitude problem. You're a
Dude, that guy...
sucker.
That guy was like in so many movies in that time. I forgot about that bald dude, but he like shows up everywhere. He was typecast as the same person in every movie.
I love the scenes in Back to the Future whenever Doc's about to show some model. I didn't have time to complete this model. It's not fully done. And you look, it's like this perfectly made model. It's just he hadn't painted it.
Yeah. Oh, how are you folks? Ken, where's your face?
I am finishing up a delivery, and then I was joining.
Dude, Scott.
You're muted.
I'm doing Ken's face.
Yeah.
I can't even see you guys, so. There we go.
Well, that's a shame because we're beautiful.
There. I am.
It's beautiful. It's true.
Welcome to shows.
Yeah.
Shows.
Speaking of shows, thank you for putting the preview out there for Obi-Wan.
Mhm. I was happy to see that. I like anything Ewan
I-
McGregor though.
Well, I don't think, like, I knew it was coming. I knew that Ewan McGregor was going to be in it. I didn't think Hayden Christensen was going to be in it. Like, after he got
Yeah.
so much,
Flack.
I don't know, hate, flack, whatever, for...
So
I just want him to improve his acting ability, and I think he can.
you might have.
Yeah, he might have.
How long is on the timeline between Luke the baby and Luke the whiner? I want to get off Tatooine and go
20.
see the world.
like 20 years.
So it's about 20 years. So that means for 20 years, Obi-Wan, like, the Empire.
You mean
couldn't
Ewan
find him.
McGregor aged to Alec Guinness in 20 years?
Right.
You know, it was probably the stress of having to run from the Empire.
He changed his
same
name
people.
to Old Ben Kenobi instead of Obi-Wan.
Well, he probably had the stress of that, and then there was that Amazon counseling booth just outside of his little yurt that he was staying in there, and that probably didn't help.
Scott,
Are you Obi-Wan? I'm old Ben Kenobi.
Scott, now that you're here, and Bill, you're here, I shared something with Drew that I need to share with you, too, that I'd forgotten about until we were talking about Star Wars. Have you heard of Mr. Plinkett? Have you, Bill?
Maybe?
Red Letter Media?
Maybe.
Okay.
You
They
wanna
don't
watch
remember, which means
You
they
wanna watch
probably
it.
haven't.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
That is excellent, because I get to be the one to share this with you.
Oh,
boy,
is it
howdy.
like a gruff reviewer person?
It's not
Is that
rough,
what I
more
see?
like a sociopath.
Plus, his reviews are over an hour long.
Longer.
Yeah, I saw this was
Yeah.
like an hour 45 review of The Rise of Skywalker. I'm like, how long was The Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah, the
let's
guy
see here.
is extremely precise with his reviews. Like, he goes through every little detail. It's
Did he really split them up into parts? Oh,
Yeah, he did.
sorry.
Yeah, I know. That was kind of annoying.
All right.
But otherwise, it was funny.
But if you think about the content, though, Ken, it probably required that level of.
Oh, back when then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Go to the media channel, and there's a playlist for you. Just watch it, like not tonight, obviously, because this is.
He's like, watch it right now.
An hour and a
It's not
half.
like.
It's like an hour and a half long. But no, what's really cool is not only is it funny, kind of like that internet historian thing I showed you, Scott. It's really funny because he makes jokes throughout. He really explains why the Phantom Menace and then the other two movies just fail on every single point compared to the original trilogy, and why they were good. The original trilogy was good, and what failures happened in the first one. And as Scott found out, he has no love for Lucas.
Well, I will say that I stand firmly by the anti-cheese edit of the original, or of the prequel trilogy.
Right.
If you can get a hold of that,
I think it's been destroyed, hasn't it? The
no,
full original. There's no original version of that anymore because he like is that. Oh, I guess I'm
I
wrong.
mean it's.
Are you referring to whenever they like CG Jabba in there?
No. The anti-cheese edit is a fan edit where they went through and they removed every time little little kid Anakin said like yippee, and they changed Jar Jar's speech to be like, and then it would just have subtitles instead of him being like Misa Janta.
It made it
It's-
so much
I
better.
thought you were talking about. Sorry, I totally missed what you said the first time. Then.
That poor guy,
changes
dude.
the movie entirely.
Dude, poor Jar Jar in particular, and secondly, like that actor he was suicidal.
Oh yeah.
He was suicidal.
Yeah.
I feel so
Jar
bad
Jar
for him.
Binks, you could trace everything. The whole rise of the Empire. Everything was that motherfucker's fault.
Well, as we've seen in our own history, being stupid does not make you less dangerous.
Well, he's a
No,
Sith
that's
Lord,
very true.
right?
He's a
So-
Sith Lord. Yeah, I mean, I totally am on board with that conspiracy.
He's
What,
the original Sith Lord.
What is he,
Well-
Darth Yusa?
Yeah. So you have Jar Jar as a Sith Lord, and you have Hagrid's a Death Eater.
I haven't heard that one. You have to send it to me.
No,
Yeah. Hagrid is a
Eater?
Death Eater. How else could Hagrid have like mysteriously gotten to the Potter's house moments after they were attacked and before Sirius, who was the only secret keeper who knew where they were staying? And
Wow.
there's all these other things. Like if you notice, he's the one who told the stranger how to get past the Cerberus, and he's the one who had a dragon egg, and he's the one like he's
Isn't
placed
it just
in
that
all of these
Dumbledore
places.
really liked the guy and like Dumbledore confided in him and Dumbledore lacked the ability to realize like deception?
Well, just imagine if there were two sleeper agents, and one of them was Snape, and the other was Hagrid.
That's
It's a
funny.
pretty awesome read. It's like
I got to find this because I was telling Drew before you guys joined. Have you guys heard the conspiracy theory that because of Star Trek Voyager's bad writing, that's why we have why we had President Obama?
oh yeah, that's legit. That's legit.
Like a legit
That seems
conspiracy theory, or
It's there's the connections that are
It's
made
like
that point
all of this
really
stuff.
clearly. Yeah.
Jerry Ryan's husband was a total creep, and he was like running against Obama, and like Obama ended up getting the spot, which put him in the spotlight, which led to
So what
yeah.
the long and short of it is that in season 3 of Voyager, the ratings were really diving, and to pick it back up, they got Jerry Ryan to do 7 of 9, which was hugely successful.
Well,
But
yeah.
because of where the husband and Jerry Ryan lived, Jerry Ryan had to travel to do the show, right? That put a strain on their marriage, and like Scott just said, he was a sleazeball, and so they broke up, and because they broke up, and because of Jerry Ryan, his sleazeball ways kind of came out, and he was
It
competing against
all
Obama.
came out in the
Yeah,
wash.
it all
He
came out, and so
aggressively coerced her to have sex, all that
so all
real
this
bad
stuff came
stuff.
out, and then so he actually didn't even run, and so like 2 weeks before the election, the Republicans had to find someone, and obviously that wasn't enough time, and so Obama won in a landslide, not even just like a regular win, enough to put him
Yeah.
into the national spotlight, and then because of that, it put the dominoes toppling down to make it become president. So because of Voyager's bad writing, we have Obama.
And by the way,
The dominoes.
Obama sent me a text today.
Oh, did he? He want money?
No. 15 years ago, he stood in front of the old Capitol in Springfield, Illinois, and announced his candidacy for president.
Is he gonna run again?
No.
He can't.
Well, if
I don't
Donald
know.
Trump can run again, why can't Obama?
Well, didn't Obama
This
do
really,
2
this
terms?
is
Yes, he did.
biased.
So he can't do two.
No,
Can't do more
no,
than 2
no,
terms,
that
right?
Turns
doesn't
out you
exist.
can just ignore the rules and laws.
Oh, okay.
And just
So, I mean,
If
yeah.
you believe in the original writing of the Constitution, there were no limits. Therefore,
There's no
vis-a-vis,
if Jerry
Just
Ryan's husband were running today, he would be elected president solely on the merit of his.
What was this
sleazy
dude's
behavior.
name?
just like the
I
Republican
don't-
It's
Party
like
right now,
John Ryan or something. Jack Ryan. Because I was like, wait, the Tom Clancy guy?
Jack Ryan, that's
Yeah, that's Tom Clancy's deal.
I know,
Yeah.
but his name is Jack Ryan.
yeah, no. The RNC is trying to prevent the full certification of the ERA amendment.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, no, we can't count. Some states withdrew, so we can't count it. We can't give equal rights to women.
Can't do it.
No.
Just
Okay, but
not
I
allowed.
posted the fan theory that Hagrid's a Death Eater
Excellent. Thank you.
in media.
So anyway, we were in the middle of a really big fight last week.
Yeah, was that what we were doing? I'm kind of
I thought we had just won.
Well,
No,
we were
no.
We were
thrown
doing
out
a
the holy hand
victory.
grenade.
No,
No, we were doing a
No,
victory
we had-
lap. Everything was
Ivar-
fixed
Ivar dropped
and resolved.
the-
You guys are
the
the worst.
hand grenade.
Oh.
He was gonna give us each 500 IP. We had restored Night City to a bastion of light and goodness.
yeah. The only
see, now
failure
you're
in
stretching
your
too far.
particular theory there, Scott, is I'm not nearly that nice. So
Well, no, what we find out is that Barrett got touched by Ivar and he shorted out, and this is his last failing memory sparking before he died. He has the Eternal Sunshine, whatever
Oh
thing
god,
that
that movie's so good.
before you die, you get to live your full life again in the waning seconds.
no, what I recall
All right.
happening is that somebody lobbed a very powerful object at
Holy
a
hand grenade.
massive
No.
number of successes that should have made things impossible.
Yes. Crit.
Yeah,
it was the
that
most
was,
crits
that-
I've ever seen.
That made it onto Facebook. I don't know, Drew. Then you're not on Facebook, but you're.
No.
I
Shadow's famous.
screenshotted. Yeah, I screenshotted your die roll and I put it on the Shadows page.
I'm
And-
sorry, but that's damn near. a
And
perfect
Ken liked
roll, in
it,
my opinion.
So
I did like it.
Well, as long as Ken likes it, I'm okay with that. My life is complete. Good night, everybody.
I look like I have a faux hawk.
yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit.
All I know is Ivar threw a hand grenade. It
Just a regular
epically
one.
wiped the bad battlefield.
Well,
That was
it
my
made a
only hand
very
grenade.
bright light and did some very
Yeah, we don't know what the
noticeable
aftermath was yet.
destruction, but the dust is yet to clear.
Yeah, that's where we were at. You blew everything to hell, and then we're just waiting for the dust to settle.
It just went to credits, and
Yeah. Yeah, it was a cliffhanger. It's great.
Mandalorian theme song played, and
Do, do, do. Do, do, do.
Oh, don't get me started, man. Boba Fett's kicking
Wait,
some ass.
Boba Fett.
Oh. What?
Yeah.
What? Is that how it goes?
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
Boba Fett,
I realized that they're actually saying "Fett" whenever they make that noise.
Are they saying Fett?
Yeah, they're saying "Fett." Yep.
I just like when you get the weird random whistle and then you're like, Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Just like,
It's like a dog
and
whistle.
you're like, what? Yeah.
You start
Nice, Drew. Fucking nuclear bomb.
Oh.
That's awesome. I think you mean nuclear bomb.
No, I don't. I have pliers, Ken.
I love that every time, even though you know I'm joking, you're like, no, hell no.
It's not how you fucking say it.
This isn't
By
a
the way,
GIF
I love
conversation.
that the end of the show basically became the Mandalorian.
Mandalorian season 2.5.
That's what
Yeah.
I've heard. I haven't seen it yet, but that's what I've heard.
Fucking Terminator, hell yeah.
That was a great series.
You know the best part about our BattleNet last week is that we only had one round. It was like one round, and that was all we had, all she wrote. But we did so much damage in one round. 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, we're at the point where John is like, kaboom, 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 and then, you know, Riv is like, choo, choo.
Well, I was just
Barrett's
throwing.
like-
I threw my golem out. What I did, but yeah,
Yeah, it'd be a hell
I
of a
want your
short film.
golem to have a sound.
I wanted to be. Yeah, I mean, I kind of think about that, but I also want to make the Transformers sound. You know.
Oh yeah.
The kind of
I
ratcheting
want.
noise that I hear in my head is similar from Hellboy 2 with the 7 times, you know, was it like the 7 times 70 soldiers, whatever that is, all those mechanical
Yeah.
droids. I kind of have that feeling whenever that whenever that golem is running around. All right.
All right.
I need to
Is your music even going? I don't hear any music coming from your thing right
yeah,
now.
it's going. It's just super quiet. That's why you can
Oh,
see the
we are so
visualization.
screwed.
Well, look at you being all
Do,
courteous.
do,
and-
do you hear Latin being spoken by a British girl? Oh fuck! We're screwed.
Wake up inside. Every WoW raid video from the
Evanescence.
mid 2000s. Evanescence.
Oh God.
Okay, can I tell you though, all those memes that are like, can't wake up inside, can't wake up. Like, I had no idea that was Evanescence lyrics
Yeah.
because I was just like, okay, I was like, I get it. And then I saw the video of the guy who was using the like face swap app where you like, it
Yeah.
was like a guy straight on and like turned this or whatever. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's the song.
That's actually a
And
really
then
good
suddenly,
video
like,
too.
87 memes like made sense to me all of a sudden. I'm like, oh, I know that song. I just didn't know that those were the lyrics. They were. That's what the lyrics were in my head. So
Yeah.
that video is good though. The straight on is a woman, to the side is a man.
Yep.
He did it
Can't
really well.
wake up.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna
So
open my character sheet this week.
And crack that open.
yeah. At this point, I'm gonna see if the direct impact from all this shit is gonna be very interesting.
I'm ready to start Leon Barrick 3.0 character sheet. I haven't started typing everything into the new one yet.
Okay. The state of affairs, when we're coming back into this, is you've got Ivar kind of haphazardly taking a seat and a drink at the same time. You have John standing there with his various ensemble just kind of flapping in the wind. Riv is squinting, kind of doing this number because of the sheer amount of pressure, dust, and so on going through the air. And Barrick is able to kind of withstand it with all of the dampers going off and preventing any serious damage. He's just kind of there with his eyes wide open, but his hair is definitely like pushed into a full-on, just straight slick back before like the pressure dies and it just kind of like fluffs
why
up a
do
little
I
again.
See Barrick is almost standing like sideways, like almost like he's ready to take that shot, just like letting it all hit him, just like another day in the office.
From your left, when all of your hearing starts to come back after that massive concussive blast, you have the golem unburying itself from a large amount of debris that's to everyone's left, where there was a larger hillside and ditch. It looks like he was blown upward out and then landed down and went tumbling through. There's actually a pretty sizable divot from where he was blasted out.
Excellent. Debris.
Yes. The radio that was used to communicate with you is utterly destroyed. Most of the fencing and other pieces of barbed wire, razor wire, and so on wasn't able to actually make too much damage against anyone. You're actually hearing more debris actually come crashing down out of the air because you can hear stones and other dirt, soil, earth, other kinds of remnant pieces of just the surrounding area crashing to the earth again after being blown up. So it takes close to about 25 minutes, nothing happens. You're all just kind of standing there listening to the utter silence. And, your ears are kind of throbbing. The golem stands up next to everyone else. And as that dust is finally settling down to where you can see the vague silhouettes of what's going on in the battlefield, there's really not much that looks like it's moving at the moment.
Would you
Fucking
say it's
tinnitus.
all quiet on the Western Front?
That's what it looks like. Yeah. You're surprised that nobody got shredded with all that razor and barbed wire that was sitting in front of everyone else with how explosive that was.
You see John up front going, "Ma, ma, ma."
Yeah, how's John doing with the holy, blowback?
It's uncomfortable, but the more uncomfortable object is still sitting right next to him in the form of Michael's sword.
He's still.
Oh, I was gonna say Ivar. He has a name.
He has a name.
The uncomfortable object. Hello, I'm Ivar, the uncomfortable object.
I see Barrick looking over Colt. Colt, are you okay? Look at that uncomfortable object over there. And Barrick, he has a name. It's Ivar. Not Ivar the sword. Though Ivar makes me uncomfortable too.
Well, I say we move across the field as fast as we can at this point. And as he's
we drink victory shot first.
as he's doing
Bastard.
that, John's gonna look around the battlefield hungrily. So he's rather low on SFR. Awareness check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use some coconuts, you vegan vampire.
Right. All that shit.
That's
So funny.
amazing.
And you totally have to play the vegan vampire drinks coconut milk to survive, like they do CrossFit professionally. 22 for awareness. He's looking for something to feed on. That's not one of the crew.
Delicious.
Right there in the out of character chat. Nice. All right.
Oh, sorry.
Nope, you're good.
And it's gonna come after you.
Reddit. That was pretty funny. Make a thread. I haven't seen it.
Hey, to your credit, you guys spoiler tagged up pretty quickly,
Yeah.
so I appreciated that.
Yeah, as far as living sources of SFR, that is not really to be found. Most everything here has been quite obliterated. when you start to move through, the trenches themselves are mostly in one piece until they come to the point where they start to zero in on the explosive center of impact, where it just bowls out. And when there was a trench, now there is a gigantic bowl-shaped crater, or that used to all be, and all of them have collapsed. As far as any of your Cenobitic rivals stand, there's an arm kind of like that away, and some vague, what looks to be scraps of other things that could have been biological at one point or another the other way. But everything else is kind of either buried, most likely, or just flat out vaporized. So that was one hell of a grenade.
How's Ivar's danger sense right now while he's sitting there, like, drinking?
It's fluctuating pretty good between 3 and 4, which is kind of...
But did it go from, like, we were, like, at a 5 or a 6 when we were on the battlefield to, like, it just, like, precipitously dropped?
Nope, which is part of the problem. Like I said, it's fluctuating between 3 and 4 still. The problem with 4, though, is that that's generally, like, if it starts meeting up with your ranks, like, 4 is when you start to notice that there's direct threats, and the fact that there are fluctuations of that nature are definitely kind of unnerving.
So Ivar's just sitting there right now. Huh. And he's drinking, and as he's drinking, he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a second drink, and he's, like, double-fisted drinking right now.
Double fist.
And he looks at Colt and he like hands him a drink. He goes, "This is not good. You should drink."
He takes the bottle. We should move.
Good idea.
Quickly.
Ivar thinks we should go.
He thinks
Ivar, move fast now.
he thinks we should go. Great.
And before John even gets a chance to drink it, Ivar reaches up and grabs the bottle and puts it back into his pocket. Almost in that comedic way.
We're still
Walks
trying
over
to
to-
get to Sinclair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was in the center last week.
Yeah, I mean we're
Which
right,
way we
so-
go?
Probably in the same direction we were already headed, given the fact.
Ivar's like squinting at John right now, like he's trying to see if he can see who was the one that helped show us the way.
He's gone. He's gone to Cabo. It's that way.
right. Let's keep going.
And
I've
Ivar
got my
starts to
shotgun
struggle.
reloaded and ready to go.
Ivar's using the sword as a cane.
Of course he is.
Well, you know, nobody needs to have any kind of deep or embellished respect for any of these relics. Why bother?
Why start now?
Hey, Bill. Why notes?
Oh my god.
Fuck you.
Come on. I had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. He's got 2 words that could fuck your day up in a minute there, Ken. So do I.
What, stray pube?
No. Leslie Ebner.
Even I know Leslie. That's
Wait,
bad.
how do you know Abner?
You've told the stories.
Wasn't pleasant.
I gathered as much.
So we're walking.
Yeah, we're walking.
We're walking.
Do we like
we're
make our own
walking.
kind of path here because
Well,
some of the trenches have been kind of blown out? It's less.
some,
Of
a fair amount of
maze.
them. There's like, it's unknown exactly what percentage, but you guys have managed to clear the battlefield in a rather chaotic and hilarious kind of way. Because where beforehand it would have been somewhat annoying or even dangerous to cross, at least as far as having multiple targets to try and contend with, this is a bit of a different story, because you're walking down a slope across a rather flat plain, and then it kind of slowly descends, and then it reascends, hitting another stretch of what looks to be untouched trench work. But in this case, there is still some sort of residual damage, and you're going to be able to kind of get that across. You don't seem to have any attackers at this point, but there's now in the far distance what looks to be a house that is crested out, just out in the open there. And these trenches, if you guys are leading that way with the direction that you've been pointed towards, that house seems to be the center point where you're trying to get to.
Since we're out of combat, I'm guessing I'll have reabsorbed my golem.
Yes.
Makes a squelching noise.
Yeah. God. I'm like, yeah, that's what it makes, uh-huh.
As we're walking, I tap Ivor on the shoulder, and it's like, I'm gonna need some juice.
Ivar reaches in and hands you a bottle of vodka.
I'm also gonna need some magic. So he takes a drink.
Ivar grabs the bottle out, touches and says, "Sorry, Ivar a little nervous right now. Never used hand grenade before. Did not know it was so powerful."
Fun, aren't they?
Do you think you could get me more of those?
No.
No.
Oh.
You've not
And then-
passed your grenadier certification. You certainly do not get to use those again.
At which point John's looking at Barrett going, no.
Yeah, no.
Oh. I see why you like them, Barrick. They go boom.
They are fun. A little bit of chaos to my otherwise controlled day.
Could I use your grenade launcher once?
Sure. I left it outside.
Pretty cool.
While you guys are talking, she's like, "So, juice?" She
And
even does a
Ivar
little
just
hand.
She wants a little
Ivar
magic
just-
thrown in there.
Tip tap.
God, that was a great movie.
Cool. I'm recharged then. I definitely want all my runes if we're gonna be fighting Sinclair. Or anything that he throws at us.
All right. So you guys are trudging right along this whole field, and it looks like there are what used to be maybe some fresher tracks, things like that. There's obviously a retraction for some of these troops that you could not see. The breadth that these trenches were dug out to make things complicated was pretty far. You're looking at almost like a half-mile worth of just solid trenches. So you guys are cutting through, dissolving, like probably using Ivar's ability to do some work to like dissolve like any of the barriers and that kind of stuff to move through it, to make that trek all the more easy. When you're approximately 700 to 800 meters away from the house, when you're looking at it from that, like I said, it's a pretty far distance. When you're finally at that stretch, the trenches stop, and in a sort of surreal way, there is nothing but this perfectly cropped, mowed lawn. And you have like a fence, which only has like the two strats going across and the posts in between. And
Oh, it's a white picket fence.
not picket, but it's like I said, it's basically just a basic fence to identify a property boundary. That's about it. It has a gate that you can walk through, and there's just these lulling hills that kind of move in throughout. And the house, it looks picturesque if it was, sort of in the state of horror in Addams Family, but it still fits somehow, like the inversion of whimsy in some ways.
Can we internalize his human perception again with regards to memories?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Barrick sees this and is like, nope.
41.
There's a memory that you swore you should have, and it's trying to get there, but it's almost as if you were not in complete possession of that memory. it's there, but it's almost like you're getting access denied, access denied, access denied. It's kind of like not coming up, which is really strange because
Oh.
there are
Sinclair's got the read-write permissions?
yeah. Way to tech it up there, sir. Good job.
Oh.
Root.
Okay, so you bypass the gate. Nothing overtly offensive occurs from this. And Ivar,
Oh, so we crossed the whole field?
well, you've crossed all the trenches, yes, but you're coming through the gate, which is just at the edge of this newly cropped area here. That
Oh,
looks.
I thought the gate was right near the house. Okay.
No, I said
looked
800 meters away from there. There's a fence line and a perfectly cropped yard.
What I heard is I
This
heard the
is
field, but the
more.
fence was right next to the house. But I'll fix my notes. We're good.
This
My brain is fixed.
one of the creepier things I've seen.
Oh. Oh. Sweet summer child.
I don't know. The Cenobites make sense. The hellscape makes sense. This suburban shit hasn't existed for 50 years. This is terrifying.
Ivar just switched over. He goes, "You've never dealt with the twisted demonic, have you, Barrick?
Known as
I
the
thought-
suburban housewife.
I thought you were in law enforcement. I'm very confused. Colt, I don't get it.
Have you ever seen the suburbs of Night City?
Ivar is from
hasn't
Russia.
existed.
He's slummed in them.
It doesn't exist. It's urban. There is no suburbs. So
Oh, for
this
God's sakes. It's
is
Sinclair's
terrifying.
private little world.
It is, and that's what makes it terrifying.
Any awareness, like senses?
Oh,
or
I'm
anything as
getting
we're
there,
walking?
but
Okay.
one sec. All right, Ivar, you're moving along, and you almost immediately shit your pants as for the first time in a very, very long time, your meter goes from 3 to fucking run like something bad. You feel a directed threat that is extraordinary right at you.
And all you
Told ya.
see is Ivar stops, and you hear a low, very low. And Ivar is sitting there, and he goes, "Oh, that's not good. Does anybody have toilet paper?"
All right, so you have one possible action that you can make in terms of where this is going. Because the threat that's directed against you is coming from the house as far as you can tell. And like I said, it's one of those things where you've got seconds to react. That's it.
All right, give me a quick moment. And my danger sense is directly.
Oh, it's
directly at the
red
house.
line, dude. It's yeah, you know the exact direction it's
The
coming
needle
from.
broke.
Yeah.
Ivar almost wants to make himself not transparent, but like non-corporal.
Oh, that's one of my powers.
He like his almost reaction is almost like chameleon. Like Ivar
Go
just
away.
going to like ghost
Disappear.
himself
Okay.
and
So the do your bit to do the reality shift, and then I need you to actually make, because what you're basically trying to do is a dodge. So I need you to make a dodge shortly thereafter.
okay. What's the target for?
This
Ivar
is
trying
easier.
to-
So you're gonna have like a 7 target, and the threshold's 1, so you shouldn't be able to not do this. But because again, you're manipulating your own body in a tight space, and your fear is going to push you ahead. So yeah, good enough. Let's see that dodge.
Is there anything else he can use besides dodge?
Not with only a few
That
seconds notice, unless you have some other plan. Like you're already executing a perfect dodge ideas, because without having to duck or move anything else. You don't even need cover if you're incorporeal. If there's something there, only that which is magical or incorporeal itself could affect you at this point. That's eliminating a lot of possible threats. In my opinion, that's a pretty good way to go.
Well, I was wondering, instead of him dodging, he almost like does this like melee, like he's disappearing, but this like melee dance of like, I know what I'm doing. When it's like pure shock.
Yeah, you're just trying to snap your reflexes fast enough, because like I said, the cue you got is from your danger sense, so that's part one. Otherwise, you wouldn't have had this. And, you know...
we have a 9 on his dodge.
Would any of us have picked up on Ivar?
No. I mean, you would have picked up on the fact that he's going, ugh, like that. He like has that moment, because you hear a noise that comes out of him, and he's obviously...
Rather than he suddenly got quiet after his like mumbling, pissing and moaning, walking, grumbly noise.
Yes. That changes, yeah. Alright.
Barrick feels the nasal dampeners spin up.
I actually have to check my... Here we go. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, shit.
So what does this, by Ivar becoming incorporeal, what does this actually give him as any benefits?
Well, like I said, it pretty much makes you untouchable except for those things that are magic or incorporeal themselves. As long as they meet the same phasic frequency as you, they can still interact, but going incorporeal, actually, to get super scientific, incorporeal just means that you're either vibrating at a ratio that is higher or lower than the current dimension you're in. So,
like Ivar's here, but he's actually in another dimension at the same time. Like he's trying to teleport, but it didn't quite work.
Yeah, he's flexing. He's flexing his sense, like his vibration, which I'm assuming he'll probably go to a higher vibration in a sense, where he can actually become
like Barry Allen speed forcing.
Well, he's almost becoming like divine light or something like that. He's just not fully there.
Right. So you're like they kind of do this motion, trying to get out of the way there, which happens to end up like saving you rather immensely, because you feel this horrific pain go ripping through, kind of like right through this part of your body here, goes right through there. And
right through the lats.
Yeah, right through this side here, okay? But it's enough that it sends you spinning, but you go incorporeal. Everybody else, you see the puff and the massive divot come out from the ground. And Barrick, you're going to recognize that immediately. There's a sniper. Bare bones,
that's
basic...
what I was wondering if I cue in on that, so perfect.
Yeah. So it's definitely a sniper, and you can hear the impact. You actually know that Ivar got hit, but the bullet's not going to stay there. It's a large round. Large. And, yeah, you're thinking that maybe it's probably one of those more powerful sniper rifles meant to, like, utterly destroy.
Anti-tank rounds.
So
No.
Ivar took no damage in this?
No, he took damage. Oh, he took damage, all right.
Recoilless rifle. And Barrick is having this, like, of course, 800 meters of wide open field.
Hold on. Does Ivar's tattoo at all come into play here?
What's the tattoo do again? Remind me.
It can negate damage one time during battle.
I think you've used that already.
No, I have not. It's not marked off yet.
You did, though.
Ivar hasn't really...
I think you used it in
You
the
used
last...
a-
You used something in the last
Cast a
battle that
big
was like...
magic spell tattoo.
Is it one of those like one-time forever uses, or is it like a once per battle?
Once per battle.
I know that you
Ivar-
used that at least once sometime recently, because that sounds super familiar now that you describe it. It may not have been this conflict, but...
Was it against Chernobog or whatever his name was?
Chernobog.
Avrothrall.
Averthrall. It may have been against Averthrall. I don't remember. Like I said, I do remember what the tattoo does, but yeah, you can still use it. I think that's fine, because this is a whole new encounter anyway. You haven't used it in this encounter, so that's
No.
There's no.
Ivar used it in.
Episode 32.
The
Ivar
most
used it in Time to
recent.
Die when we're getting attacked as the hill was coming up and we were under onslaught.
Let's say the most recent tattoo I remember you using was the I need to cast a big magic spell, and you like completed your neck tattoo whatever thing, but that
You
was
went
not
the
a
Avatar
lot of
state.
damage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's his Ivar like activates that tattoo. It's like he like draws a line in with Sharpie, and then as it fades or something, I don't know like what he uses, but
Well, regardless. Okay, so what? How do we negate damage? You can see how much damage we get rid of, and we'll find out how well we do.
okay. So trigger, I have to use it before I know the damage. It imbues will with the living will of the user, acts to focus the will of the user into one-time use defensive per encounter. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Triggers will check to negate degrees of damage depending on the number of success rolls with a difficulty of 8.
Okay, DC 8. So roll that beam footage. Let's see what we got.
Oh, we got someone watching said Vom Red.
Yeah,
Daffy Hag.
I'm not. And then I was just noticing
Good
that
job.
myself. Okay, and then
That would actually be 4 degrees of success because that one doesn't count.
Okay, and then what's the damage? What's the damage being, or what's the damage power reduction? What is that?
We don't.
I have
it just says it will negate the degrees of damage depending on the number of success rolls.
Shit. I believe it was based on your will per or the per rank.
It says it's imbued with the living will of the user to focus my will.
Okay, we'll have to go with that then.
So my will is 10.
Yep. So you feel the heat of that, which is good because how much HP or how much do you have in total HP?
9.
No, I only have.
Oh, it's
I'm
worse.
at 8 because I was hard to kill, but I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars.
All right, so you only have 7 health levels at 8 each.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
8 each for each health level. God damn.
Yeah.
Thick.
Yeah, so he's 56, I believe.
Yeah. Plus, I mean,
I only have
Yeah,
5
he's-
per health level.
What's your body?
My buddy's a 7.
No. Ivar's body.
Oh.
Ivar's party's 7. But keep in mind, Ivar's got a lot of magical armor.
He's got that
so
stuff.
his-
He's got that, but the hard to kill also is what beefs up his health levels. So even though he
Yeah.
has lower health levels, he's got more health.
Yeah, and then he also has, like, I have my magical ring, which gives me an additional.
Oh, your vampire ring.
I have my vampire ring that gives me.
Oh,
additional
He can
that's
regenerate
right.
as long as he's conscious.
that's right.
Speaking of which, speaking of being conscious and all the rest of that, I do need to make sure that you do a body essence check though. So roll 7d10. Okay, and you're gonna be it's not gonna have it's gonna have a threshold of 1, but it's gonna be target 10.
It's not gonna have a threshold of 1.
It's gonna have a threshold of 1, which means no threshold
You
basically.
have to at least, yeah.
You need 1 success,
Target
but it's gonna
10.
be target 10. Yeah. Why? Because the guy critted the hell out. Ooh, buddy.
Hmm.
Okay.
So-
at this moment, does Ivar spend any luck?
Do you even have any luck?
I got 5 left.
You can spend luck to go
Yeah,
through.
But Ivar's not lucky.
I'm not lucky. That's not enough.
Yeah, at best he could. Well,
He could boost.
Oh,
He
yeah.
could boost those 2 1s. Oh, that's about all he could
Yeah,
do, though,
He has to
huh?
have 0 successes.
Yeah,
this is the
That-
math here.
that
He's
would
had
be
2
better
nines
than a
and 2
botch,
ones.
though.
Oh,
Yeah, we'd rather be.
Ivar is down to 1 luck, and that means he's out of luck. And those 1s are gone, and we're at a 0.
Okay, so that means that you don't end up perishing before you have a chance to use that tattoo. So, a couple of things that are happening in this one instance here. Okay, you don't hear the shot until after the impact in the dirt. I mean, it's
Yep.
way too fucking fast. Ivar felt something happen. He goes temporarily kind of like see-through for just a second. There's a crunching impact. He drops down. There is blood coming out of him. All right. The field that was protecting you guys shuts off. because Colt's sitting there going like, "Oh, that feels so much better." Oh shit! Like it's just, it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
So he drops down and he's currently unconscious. Now, if you're able to actually wake up though, because like the problem is that they rolled a crit, which is the only reason why I have to wait for you to be able to negate damage until like you actually snap out of it. The the problem now is that Dark Knight's looking down. It's like, I'll see what I can do.
Does Ivar's ring, the vampire ring, actually require him to be conscious to be used?
All of these abilities require you to be actively conscious in order to use them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is the only reason why I needed the body essence check. Because, like I said, you got hit. It was a critical attack. They got it. So I was hoping that maybe you might crit out and probably negate it, but
Crit versus crit.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was hoping for. But no luck. So
That's all right.
but yeah, like I said, because you moved, it wasn't like a headshot or directly through the center mass. That would have been over. But yeah, so Dark Knight winks out of existence, leaving you guys where you're at in that position at this point. He doesn't have like a lot of first aid, but it looks like he's headed towards the house, gonna try and do something. Who has first aid?
Basically, Colt can heal through life and spirit.
Okay, he can do that, but we need first aid to stop that bleeding because it looks
Yeah.
like he took something right side of the rib cage. It's possible that several ribs are broken. He might have damage internally with some internal bleeding, or even like his lung could be filling up with blood too. You don't know exactly. It's hard to tell.
Barracks 13 first aid, 13 med tech.
Oh, fucking A. Good job, man.
14 first. Nope, I don't have that rank.
I have
So
no
never
first
mind.
aid. Yeah, so.
I was
No,
gonna say,
well,
and it's
16. And so what I was gonna say was, if he's unconscious,
yeah,
we previously determined if he was unconscious, I can touch him
Yep.
without him affecting me, and I was gonna like static charge, shock him back alive or
Okay.
awake or whatever. But I got a 21 on tactics, 16 on first aid or med tech. You choose.
All right, so tactics 21. You need cover, and you need it right this second. Somebody needs to act as
Yeah.
cover while you're going to take this down. Because if Ivar is unprotected, somebody will just take him out again before Dark Knight has a chance to make any difference.
All right. Once you give me an action, I know exactly what I'm doing.
And so do I.
Okay.
Well, I will shout.
Yeah, he's going to let
need
everybody...
cover.
Yeah, so there's that. You're going over to zap his ass. I'm going to have another body essence check from you, Ivar. All right, and then in this case, Bill, you're faster just in general, so what's your step here?
He is going to use 6 arete, and he's going to construct a stone wall, a
Okay.
dense
Green
stone wall.
Lantern.
Yep. So he's just basically going to go, fuck.
1 degree success from Ivar.
Woo! That's what you needed to kind of snap out of it. That's at least going to start. That's going to suck, too. That's-
The visualizer just made a creepy ass face.
It did.
Okay, so roll 6 D10, load 10, fail 1, target,
target 8.
target 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so dense enough, so he's basically pouring matter into it
Yeah,
to make it as dense as he possibly can.
right.
I don't know where the direction it came from, right?
Yes, you're aware that the shot came from the house. It's too easy because that's the only point where, like, a sniper could really get the best field of view.
He good. 4 degrees success.
Well done. All right. So, yeah, that basically will put it into a place where he can take several shots. While you are resurrecting this wall, however, he will get a freebie before Dark Knight can get there. Your total armor, Bill?
Total armor is going to be 41.
Okay.
In the face.
How did they get taken out? Sniper.
I mean, it's a smart way to
Right.
deal with people like us.
Pick him off.
Well, Sinclair's no dummy. And he
Your
also
answer
knows
is,
everybody's
Dresden
tactics. He's
Files.
been inside of Colt's
How
head.
far can Riv teleport?
I don't have my teleports right now.
Okay,
But-
so wall comes up. You take a shot, Bill. You only take about 7 to 8 points of damage because the Nice. But you manage to get it up without moving. So you take the brunt of the hit. You're able to erect a stone wall that is in a half circle surrounding you, so that way it cuts off all angles of fire and puts it against the actual, like, the ridge of the hill. So you guys you're doing well with that. Riv, you're up.
Well, I mean, he did better than what I was gonna do, so I'll just roll for my runes.
Roll.
Let's see.
I want to see you get the Iron Golem and have the Iron Golem do CPR to save Ivar.
Dude, that would be so useless right now. You'd squirt out like a gusher.
What would happen is Ivar would
Lucky.
end up like possessing the golem.
God.
Oh,
And we'd have a Ratchet and Clank situation.
That's gross.
1 and 3, huh?
Well, I mean, she's there. She's gonna use both of her runes at the same time.
Yeah.
As her only actions.
Okay.
Okay, I could deal with that. So the first thing I'm gonna activate is super speed. I'm not gonna do anything with that right now, but you can see a vibration of energy around her.
What was that 30 seconds ago, man?
Right. Catch the bullet.
I meant just grab Ivar and move him out of the way.
Oh, well, I mean that too. I'm also gonna activate Fireball.
I was gonna say, 3 is a fireball, right?
Yeah, Fireball or Mana Sink.
Barrick's all sitting there, like, figuring all this shit out for himself.
I have a little. He sent me a thing before, and I try to remember.
So in this case, I'll direct the fireballs at the manor. I mean, or at the house.
It's
like,
Yeah.
Cover
I'm
fire.
just like, like over the wall. Like,
All right.
I've got full control of them.
Yep.
And then I'll also, no, I did 2 actions. Never mind. That is my action. So might as well.
All right, so you're like that. You send off your blazing balls of
3
fire there,
fireballs,
like a
yeah.
mortar. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking actually. So that's how it comes over. Let's see. I need to roll my. I think it's my will plus skill rank. No,
Mortars are so cool. Oh, for your melee?
I know it's melee is the base skill, but I forget. I haven't used this in a while. I think yeah, it's just melee. Do I do it for all 3 bolts?
Yeah.
Besides
Oh, good.
the
Nice.
the Wonka Vader, what were the other times Ivar got near killed?
It's Wonka Vader.
I don't. You got nearly killed whenever you were facing off against the eyeless one, because he got you stuck with
Oh, yeah.
multiple talons of black glass.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah, that was
There
just
you go.
before the building got dropped on us. Yep,
Yep.
there was that.
So of my 3, I one.
He
critted
always
and the other
manages
one
to
botched.
squeak by, just by a little bit, every goddamn time. I don't know if I'm proud or frustrated.
Oh, it's my will plus my skill rank. Okay. Oh, I was right.
All right. So the bolts go flying over the top, and so does your fireball. And you're just like laying it out there. You won't be able to see the exact effect of what happens out there, but you will hear the impact. Shortly
I
there.
like that you're like
Fireballs.
you're range finding. You're like left, right, middle. Like
Yep, 3 fireballs out. Yep, there you go. Shoom, shoom, shoom. Like, you don't know exactly what's going on. You can hear some kind of a fight in the distance. It must be what's happening with Dark Knight. There is an explosion
I'm
that
stuck in my head
happens
now.
at that point. You actually see Dark Knight reappear from the shadows. He actually is in a swirl motion. He comes swinging out like this. He's got a rifle in hand. He ends up dropping it down on the ground next to where everybody's at, and he's still smoking. He's like, Thanks for whoever threw the fireball. I wasn't doing too well.
It's everyone points at Rib.
Yeah.
So, if Barrick's gonna pick up the rifle
Yep.
Oh shit!
and just do like a quick like, what are we dealing with here?
All right. So yeah, you pop mag, check it, tap. You're like that. Pull the magazine out, empty the shell, and you're like, I got 4 rounds left in this sucker.
Oh, nice.
Oh, sorry, 3. He's fired 2 shots.
Yeah.
You got 3 rounds.
Yeah.
What's the scope like on that thing?
It's going to be a mid-range scope, because like 800 meters is not like long range for a sniper, but
It's an ALX 3000 with a polycarbon double pumper and got a triple flange Zimzap, so you know.
oh my god. All you might need to do if you can get this done properly, fucking. That's hilarious. Yeah. So you've now got a sniper rifle with 3 shots. Dude, you're so lucky that it wasn't like a duck round that he had loaded in that thing. Do you know what that is?
Isn't that like buckshot?
No. That's for hunting.
Swirl.
Nope. Duck round stands for depleted uranium core. It is a real round, and it is massively armor piercing.
Very good. Well,
Is it my turn?
Barrick's turn.
Yes, yes, it is.
After
So
the first aid, he
You go
was
flat, and of course, at this point, with that little shock, Ivar goes like, and of course, you snap back into awareness, going from a place that feels something like you're in sort of this fluffy hammock to this extraordinary amount of pain. You're also bleeding profusely. Your breath is not catching correctly. Every time your lungs try to fill, it is like your whole chest is on fire, and you're sitting there shuddering, trying not to go into shock.
And now you can start sucking the blood from
Has
your.
Ivar, I was gonna say, has Ivar's tattoos or ring at all taken effect yet?
You'll have to just command them into effect. That's basically, you've got that point. You're back to awareness, so now you're going to like, ring, tattoo, now! Like,
And I almost see it's like in Encanto, like the tattoos are just there, and they start to glow,
right.
and they start to brighten out to that 4 degrees of success.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And
What that 4 degrees of success gives you, it basically, for the rest of this particular encounter, you were able to deflect 40 damage, which is exactly what that weapon did. So you're like, like that, and then of course whenever your ring kicks in, giving the like the touch of your own like vital, your own vitae at this point, it goes like that. It doesn't lose anything, but you're just like, you're instantaneously healed, but it's agonizing in that one split second because you can feel 3 ribs crack back into place, then the muscle structure pulls back in, then all the flayed flesh on the outside seals back up. It looks like a dog bite coming together, just here on the side of your ribs until it's like fresh new
Ivar
skin.
wakes up in real pain, realizes it. His body is like, no,
Yeah.
and like repels it, like the bullet and everything was in him, like his body was some sort of leather glove.
Yeah, that bullet's in the dirt. It went through you.
And Ivar just sits there and goes, "Ow,
Ow!
what happened?"
You were hit by a sniper.
Shot.
All right, I'm gonna take aim where I think the best. If Dark Knight can direct me at all,
He's just sort of
to,
like,
pocket window, whatever.
it's like, to our left, just above that gabled window on the 2nd floor.
And I've got my enhanced teleoptics.
Yep.
With a 20x zoom.
You probably don't even
built
need
into
the
the
scope,
eye.
dude. You're like, like that. You just pop the scope off and iron sight it.
Yeah. All right. So
Yep, so you
One.
mounted left shoulder coming around the cover, and you come leaning out very carefully to get an assessment there.
3. So 5, 7, 5, 31, 33, 31.
God damn.
And I'm gonna throw a arcane in there just to give it a little English. Arcane Capacitor will check target 7.
Oh shit!
8.
I like that when we type out a really long thing for the Dice Maiden to take care of, it looks like archaic math.
Yeah.
I think I did this right. Oh
Yeah.
man, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, but at least I get 1 auto success
Yes.
from Iron Will.
Yep.
Do you have
I
any
don't know.
luck left?
I have 4 luck left.
It doesn't really matter for this
Oh,
thing because those
oh,
shots are amazing. So you basically go full prone. You mount this. You basically put the buttstock on the left shoulder, and you basically just weasel your way out, looking for your target. You can see some kind of like half scorched. It looks like a Cenobite that probably had this to begin with. It's kind of like peeking up. You only get this much of like the skull and the rest of it. That's all that's there. All right, and you're like, BAM! Like it rocks everything back. Everybody can feel the grass going back because it's got the massive, like the vents at the very far end of the barrel. That shot looks like it's basically a phosphor round because of the amplification of the magical output that you put into it.
Ah,
This thing just goes, like you just see mist, and that is it. There's a tiny divot that's just above where the roof used to be, but that tiny little piece there, you've got maybe about a 3-inch divot where his head was because the bullet passed right through it, straight into its forehead. And then you
Alright,
take
then
the other 2 shots.
look at the rifle go.
Huh? Yep.
All right.
Yeah, it's nice. You see some other emerge from, like some other targets emerging from out of the house. Those shots ring out, and you're hitting center mass and head. Just 1 and 2, and then empty magazine.
All right.
Excellent.
Who wants to do the 800-yard dash?
And then you just kind of see John just doing this in a circular motion. How about I just throw a fucking wall at them?
Oh.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking with portals.
Ivar the whole time is just laying on the ground going, oh.
And he says, when it happens, somebody carry him. And just run straight for the house. Unless anybody else has a better idea.
Ivar's fresh out of ideas. I'm generally going to put Ivar down around almost like he just needs to catch his breath.
So, I guess John's going to use 5 Arete to break up the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what
Make
we'll
it
do?
into flak.
We'll do a wheel of time. We'll basically break it up into blocks and hurl it like
Ice to die.
like the masonry. Yeah, you know. Okay, this has got to stop.
Cat.
I mean, it's like right where the dice rolls are going to show. Every time.
So I know this house is this serene urban house, but I'm picturing the house from the Book of Eli. where
Oh,
they
that
go
one.
visit the old couple.
Yep. What's my target?
Target is going to be 8. Not bad.
Oh shit. Good god.
Yep, you launch off 3 major stones with that.
Yeah, so he basically hurtles the mass of stones that way and just signals everybody to start running.
Alright, so you start throwing that out there, you're like that. You send those off. They go hurtling at that range and at extraordinary speed. The 2 of them go crashing into the house. It crunches right into the covered porch on the right-hand side. Another one coming close to the main entrance and bashing into what looks to be some sort of like bay window to a kitchen or dining area. The third one is vaulting straight for the door. I gotta check this here.
Just as something walks through the door.
Yep,
No.
because you were launching something at it as something was coming out. In this case, there's a very large hand that goes on the outside. The hand itself is probably 4 foot across, but it goes like this, moves all the way out, Yeah, it's big. The head that comes out of that is grotesque, and then it like moves itself out, almost being snagged in the door frame from its sheer obesity, and then it catches the stone and basically slams it into the actual porch, causing all of that to splinter and corrupt, and it moves itself out. As it does so, you can see sloughs of skin and other like pieces or strips of flesh kind of coming loose before you can see the hooks come back in and reconnect. What you're looking at looks almost like some kind of bad joke, or at least an interpretation of some kind, because when the creature comes fully out, he's got a massive beer belly, most of which is not covered by what's remaining of that crunched up, blood-stained wife beater that it has. There is a pair of like sort of thready boxers, maybe something like that are going on underneath. There is this swollen like gobble just hanging down, but it's hooked from chest just below the nipple line, but stretched here and then pinned directly to its flesh, so that whenever it stretches like this, that extra layer of fat that's going from underneath its massive double chin is stretched into this weird fin almost. So he's like moving like that. You can see the skin is being pulled down so hard, it's causing all of its metallic and razor sharp teeth to be exposed from the bottom, and it's going clack, 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 clack like that. And it's got some hair kind of at the top, but it's all missing at the top, very bald. The belt that he's unstripping looks to be almost like threaded razor and barbed wire all together, and he wraps it around the other hand at this point, and he's got something, he like reaches behind and he just pulls this bottle out from like the inside of the side of his own gut, and he just pulls this out and screams at everybody. There's like sagging here with the, like the red and like bloodshot expression. It's probably a deadbeat father type figure is what it looks like.
Oh, daddy issues. Riv like quipped at at John.
And he says, and you just got, the fuck did you do, Francis?
Alright, who's up next?
Yeah, this thing stands right around 15 feet tall as it finally fully comes out.
Fully erect.
Yeah. So, as you guys are moving approach, launching that out, it ends up taking the bottle that it had pulled from its distended gut and hurls it in your general direction. Not at anybody in particular, but just in your general vicinity.
Is it vodka? Is this how Ivar's gonna drink the spinach and get back into the fight?
Well, I'm gonna say, all of a sudden you see Ivar's hand just because one of Ivar's abilities, and I just kind of want to roll it here just for shits and
Like a
giggles.
monk power of catch bullet. It's catch vodka.
Ivar's got melee. Can he attempt to do a just snap up and catch that bottle just for cool
Catch
effect?
bottle.
Well, the bottle's huge, so if you were to catch it, you'd probably get bowled the hell over. It's... Yeah,
Big
Ivar-
B's.
yeah, it's like
Big
a...
B's
Ivar.
bro fist.
Yeah, we're looking at a bottle that's like 3.5 feet long with a base that's like this, and it's being hurtled by something that is 15 feet tall. Or actually, it's probably going to be bigger than that. It's almost going to be as tall as a 5.5 foot person. Like, it's a
All I
massive
see-
bottle.
Ivar has this look of like, I want that.
You can do what you
Ivar
wish,
will-
sir.
Ivar will not be going for that, but Ivar kind of peeks up as he sees like a bottle of booze fly over him and goes,
Heaven?
huh.
He thinks
Uh,
he died. Really?
Roll
Ivar,
dodge,
do
people.
tender.
Dodge in some fashion.
Dodge.
I mean, if it's that big and that's far away, I'm super speed right now. I can.
Yeah.
You could just walk.
Yeah.
I'll just casually move out of the way.
All right.
You snuck your roll in my roll.
I know.
I feel violated.
That happens sometimes.
All right. So Riv is pretty much going to be no problem.
I mean, Dude, this shows. You know what? This shows that you built the system well. Because of the power that you just gave me, my skill ranking in dodge is 29 right now.
Roll it.
You still need to roll because literally 29 was what it rolled. So everybody else, yeah. So the bottle just goes like that, and when it makes contact within general vicinity, there's an eruption of gas that comes out, and it's very, very foul. We're talking about nasty, and it's supernatural to the nth degree, which means that any nasal filters or the rest of it won't be able to stop it. I need essence checks, body essence checks from everybody within that range, meaning not Riv.
How do we do a body essence check? I've never done one before.
Roll your body as a pool of dice, max 10. So if you have a higher body than like 10,
I have a 13.
right? So you get to basically have one extra success, and that's because of the fact that you haven't hit 15. So you get for every 5 after 10, but you have an automatic success. So you get one automatic success there, Barrick, and you'll roll a 10d10, and it's going to be a difficulty 9, or target 9 rather. Problem is that it's also a threshold of 4.
Oh, you need 4 successes, dang.
Yeah.
Ivar's not hitting it.
He's also not quitting it.
Yeah, Barrick is 10, 9. There's a 9, 8, 7, 7.
Oh man,
Nope.
everybody.
My 13 gets me
Ivar,
like one
no.
bonus success, basically.
You have 3 1s, Scott, that negate.
Oh, yeah.
Your,
No, I know. I'm just saying my having a 13 gives me like one success.
Automatic,
I don't
yeah.
roll 13 d10s. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're rolling 10d10s with an automatic success of 1.
I like that. I need to start writing up essence stuff in the book.
Yeah.
So that's a succinct way of explaining it.
You have the luck to negate 2 of those, right? So you can actually have a full success. Scott?
Yeah. 1, 2.
You only need to do the 2, because you have 2 successes right now. So if you just negate 2 of those ones, then it'll be a full. Right? Am I wrong? Oh, you didn't put the fail in there. You'd have to negate all 3. Oh.
Yeah, because he's got a -2 right now, and that's what he would have to fix. Because he's,
Are not liking
which
this.
the problem
Yeah,
still
I mean-
would be right now doing that anyway would be a waste of luck because he wouldn't even hit threshold 4 in order to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he? If he got all 3 of those ones negated,
He'd
he's
only
got
have
1
one
9,
success.
1 success. Well, he's got 1 automatic success though.
That's 2 successes, and he needs 4 total.
Oh, you're right.
Um,
Sorry, I'm dumb.
Okay, what if I spent 4 luck,
The numbers
Oh,
game.
8 until a 9.
turn the 8 to a 9, then I'd have 3 successes, and that still wouldn't matter.
Yeah,
That's true.
I would save your luck on that one, man.
Quick question: is this noxious gas magical in any way?
It's supernatural. Slightly different designation.
Okay, so it's super. So my warding bracelet would not protect in any way.
You saw that too, Scott.
Not in the way. No, it's not a magical attack. It is a supernatural gas. Yeah. Different designation. This is where having played things like Magic the Gathering is really cool because I can designate certain things in certain ways.
Oh, I love that game.
Yeah.
Gotta get him designated.
So what happens is that every one of you that's got caught by this gas is suddenly noxiously, like, you can't concentrate, your vision does this number. It feels like you're being invaded by the filth of the world itself. Like, that's what it brings down. And if you don't
Does
immediately...
Ivar feel clean? Is this like normal to like he hasn't been in the street in a while, but he remembers that. So it's like the smell of home.
Yeah,
When
it's
you
just,
have a blue filter and you're looking at something that's blue, it looks like it's not there.
yeah, it might be the scent of home, but magnify it 100,000-fold. That's well beyond it. So beyond the fact that you've got Barrick retching and you guys are just like, ugh, like trying to get that. So your combat actions for right now are going to be at a -3 for another 3 rounds.
9 seconds of this.
Yeah.
Good thing he's so far away.
Yes.
I just see
800
Ivar
meters.
yakking going, no vodka,
Oh my
but still
God.
somehow holding it together.
Why? Oh God. It's like watching a felcher at work. It's so awful.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, that's the color that is the best to use to bake with and make banana ice cream.
Yeah, you can see it in his face. It's definitely.
You want a little bit of brown.
It looks bad, but that's just pure sugar right there.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as you think it would be. It just looks bad on the
It
outside.
just looks like diarrhea to me. I mean,
Well, that's what you have in the one above it. That is just beautiful. Who put that in there? Oh, Bill.
okay. Get that horrible thing out of. Epic music, and we can't stop throwing memes. All right, so.
So we get gas bombed.
Yeah. All right.
Luckily, Riv got out of that.
Yes, and she's
So
right
Riv is
now
like-
going to be able to take the only action that's going to like be offensive against this guy right at the moment.
Do your super speed arms and like blow it away like the Flash.
I couldn't
Let's
help
go, guys.
watching the non-affected version of that and laughing my ass off. Ah!
Okay, I got my good stuff. I
Oh
now
God,
have
did
super
you?
speed and super strength?
Oh my God, you
Oh
fucking!
my god.
Every
We're gonna-
single goddamn time.
We're gonna clothesline him. Well, we're gonna
You're gonna
clothesline his
basically
ankles.
hit him at the waist to knock him back. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Dude,
But I had
nut
800 meters to build
sack
speed.
tap. Sack tap.
Oh God.
Sack.
Have you guys ever watched American Dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The episode with Stelio Cantos? It's what I'm imagining. It's like, why is he going so far away? Oh, it's over. Oh God, he's coming. Oh, he's building up so much speed.
Okay.
And that's what Riv's gonna do. She's going to sprint as fast as she can, and
Is she
She's
got,
got-
any armor protection right now?
no, but
Oh,
she's got
shit.
20 plus body and 40 plus mobility.
She's
She's jacked up right now. But
All right.
She's going to do two things on her run. She's going to fire 3 bolts, and then the action will be the
Right, she's doing 2 melees because she's got melee master, right?
she does.
God damn.
So 3 bolts, and then she's going to try
Thank you,
to
Bill.
use her momentous speed and strength to just basically, as much as possible, knock this guy over. Like going for the shins,
Okay.
basically. Okay. So I'll do my 3 shots first.
Yep.
I'll
Pew
see if
pew
I can
pew.
outrun my shot. Oh shit. Alright. I got a crit.
Nice.
And then I guess I just roll my melee on my attack.
Yes.
Okay. I like that number. Plus 27 on my melee right now.
Yeah. God damn, you got even a crit in there. Jesus Christ. All right.
Left and right nut.
Right before the first one comes back.
All right.
Ooh, testicular tusion. That'd be fun to do.
So
Oh, no.
you vaguely notice, the three of you. You vaguely notice, and of course, like, you know, Dark Knight is in not much better condition, as a matter of fact. But you all seem to half notice that there are divots coming up in extraordinary long sprints as she starts to make her way towards her target. Let's see here. Here we go.
Nice.
So she goes sprinting off. You're seeing like as like just clumps of sod are coming out from every footstep. The bolts hit. He kind of takes notice of that, You come up close. He basically is doing like a counter swing or trying to do such a thing. He's trying to swing really fast. And what the hell is his reflex even? Yeah. Your melee was insane. What was your melee, sir? It was 30.
It was 30.
Okay. Yeah. Damn. So, he narrowly steps out of your way. Narrowly. Narrowly.
Hey.
He got a 31. So close.
If I had known,
So you're like,
I would have used less.
whoosh,
Okay.
like,
Okay.
well, that's the thing about not have like the disguise rolls is that you're not supposed to know.
Yeah.
But I mean, you go right by him so close, and he manages to just so for a very large creature, he ain't slow.
I've got if the will of the gods are with me tonight, and I roll another 1, I'm gonna get Herculean boost, which gives me another 20 body,
God
or
damn.
ultra speed, which would give another 20 mobility. I want to do it.
Give it to me!
I want to beef it up.
That would be a fun overload, let me say. Alright. Alright, everybody make your combat sense awareness checks. We're going to get this order going. Because it's been kind of mayhem, which has been awesome. Just want to see how y'all land.
Oh shit.
I mean, you technically are still going really fast.
Oh shit.
Are you
Technically,
critting?
you're still going.
God damn.
Yeah,
critting.
those 2 crits.
I got a crit too, but it just bumped me up by 1 point.
So that's fine. So we have,
Oh, I'm really aware.
yeah. How many fracking 10s did you get?
2 in a row.
Yeah, so
So,
20,
yeah.
37,
39.
yeah.
39.
Riv on a 39, Barrack on a 28, Colt on 27, Ivar on 11.
So Riv, it seems, is really aware this SOB sidestepped her, and she's ready to come back for just a quick.
Yeah, I'm imagining like a Keanu Reeves like jump on the side of the wall of the like building to fly backwards.
She whips around, and as he misses, she tries to just
Haymaker.
clock him. Just haymaker. Just drop it.
God,
You
I
like
wish.
you're pretending like you didn't miss. You just,
Just
like
spinning,
turning it
because-
around.
Yeah.
Please
I
tell
needed,
me
you-
you spin
I needed
Yeah.
8 more feet of momentum.
Yeah.
To just
Spin.
whip it back around.
All right.
activate
Yeah,
another
I mean,
rule.
Viv, literally, you can 180. It's your go again.
Yeah.
And just kneecap him.
Well, the first thing she's gonna do is, oh, yes, yes, I got
Oh
it!
my god!
In strength. Woo!
Holy
You're
crap!
gonna
Okay.
overload your strength.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me speak to the council here. Which one should I go with? I could get 20 plus body, or I can get 20 plus mobility and 5 more reflex for the next 1d6 rounds.
Strength. Bump the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
strength is
go
it.
body.
Yeah.
Go body.
You have to.
For the next 3 rounds.
Your
let me just
body
insert
is like
this.
a 40.
Oh my god, this works so well as a roleplay too. She
Yeah.
missed, and she's like,
Your gauntlet just like glows.
Yeah.
Even more.
I feel like your gauntlet is aware
Well, it is, right? We know that.
that this is what should have happened. Like, you should have knocked him, and now the gauntlet wants revenge.
so yeah, I'm gonna spin around and just with 20 more body.
That's so perfect.
Like, fine. Let's go.
Okay, so I want you guys to recognize the fact that now my melee is now 31, plus 31.
Oh, dude. Oh Lord. Oh. I can't.
How fucked are we?
Shit, I'm sorry. It's so totally your moment. You're going in for another melee attack, right?
gonna go 2 more.
Okay.
Because,
What's the next one? So roll both, or what? Yeah, roll both of your melee attacks.
This music isn't fair. Like my heart is beating
yeah.
against its will.
Do you have like your watch telling you it's like, hey, are you?
Yeah,
stressed?
it's like, hey, you haven't moved, but your heart rate is spiking.
All right. So.
I mean,
all right.
It sounds like I should re-roll my dice.
So you get the first hit, you're like, wham! And you come in and you crack it right here in the hip. You do a 180. All of that sod just goes like that. A whole slough of it goes the other way as you immediately go the other direction. Surprisingly enough, without actually just digging another rivet into the lawn, you manage to stay light enough on your feet. You just go boop, hop, and you go running straight forward. You crank this thing straight in the hip, hard. In fact, hard enough that your hand sinks into its fat and actually causes some really disturbing concussive ripple damage. What is your hand-to-hand damage in this particular state now?
Oh,
Obscene.
The hand is 57.
All right, yeah, you're like, blop, like that, and so you go ahead and, you're about ready to follow up. You're seeing the spray come out because your sense of, reflexes are really, really fast, and you get this, slap off to the side. Doesn't do any damage, but you get knocked way off course and tumbling out of into the main yard. He manages to completely do it. He got a fucking crit. So I mean,
Ah, damn.
yeah.
Well, I was thinking about using a luck to re-roll some of those, but yeah.
Either way, you sank into him. Holy shit.
My next round, I'm gonna try one more time. If I can get another one, then I'll have super speed, ultra speed. Like 2 boosts. I've never done 2 boost overloads before.
Is
But
your arm in him?
No?
it was.
She was like, whap, and then he just goes, smack, and, just sends her sprawling.
Thankfully, you've got that body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My body's
Just,
currently 47.
Yeah.
It's off the wall.
Like I said, he doesn't do any damage. He just goes smack like that, and you're like, blah, 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 blah. You just go rolling off out of the way there.
That's a super brawl.
Yeah. 3 fucking hits. Jesus Christ. Scott, your show, man.
So how? Where are we relative to this thing?
You're
'Cause we're
closing
up
distance.
personal.
You're moving as
But
fast as you
we're-
possibly can. You're like you're about. What's your actual running speed anyway? What's your mobility?
My mobility is 10, so my run is 30, my sprint is 60.
Right. So you're making it along the way here. It's been. So you're about almost 200 meters closer than you were before. You guys had come into the yard some, so you're making it. It's going to take a few. But you have range, so any of your weapons can reach from where they are right now. Well,
Yeah,
some of them
can
can,
I,
just not your shotgun.
No. I was gonna use my handgun. Can
Okay.
I run and gun?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Just remember the -3 on your combat roll.
Yeah, because of the gagging
Yeah.
bench.
My next round is going to be trying this maneuver here.
I like it. Okay, I'm gonna. I have a -3 martial arts. Alright. So I'm gonna. With my handgun. Okay, so I get 6 shots per round, and I get 6 shots per attack, and I get 3 attacks because I have 2 ranks of range master.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna 6, keep running, 6, keep running, 6, adjusting my target
Yep.
as need be to try and I'm trying to basically take out this creature's knees and drop him so that we can swarm.
Sounds like a plan.
So this is attack 1. So that's the first barrage of 6.
Okay, and damage per shot, sir.
It is 26 damage per shot, and I'm just using my. Let me see. In the handgun, I have the hallowed rounds. So
Right. Shit. Alright, your second barrage? Were you doing 2 of them? I thought you said you were, yeah?
I'm doing 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and I got a crit. Okay, so I have a 41 for one of them.
Alright.
And do third barrage.
God damn, you're shooting a lot.
Yeah.
18 shots.
Boy, I wish I would have made him a little tougher. So... So, you're just getting this, like, so she goes bam, 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 gets snacked off. He's going like this. It's like, alright. And so you just see him, like, taking these shots, being aimed and careful and moving along. Basically a running gun kata, for lack of better terminology. All of those shots hit because no matter what I roll, I can't seem to get high enough, even though his dodge is fairly up there. All of that damage, you just go pop, 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 pop. All those 18 rounds, they make their target until finally he just basically does this number, and you can see him burst into like white fire from inside of here all the way out until he completely crumbles as this massive 15-foot skeletal structure then just burns to ash, going out across everything else and leaving a burned scorch mark right there on the grass.
All right.
Jesus.
So I'm just gonna like, huh. All right. Remind me to thank Clyde. I spent 18 of those rounds.
I really want to see Barrack running. He's firing. Thank you, Clyde.
Yeah.
I can only do that one more time with these hallowed rounds. Down to 23.
Yeah, you did 468 total damage. He couldn't deflect it. And the problem is that he only had 90 health. That was where he was at. Like Riv did a fair amount, but the problem is that his natural armor can't defend against holy damage. It's automatically moot. So otherwise it would have just been 6 damage per shot, which he could have survived. Not 468. Like
Well, I somehow didn't roll a 1 in any of that.
And you got a crit on top of it, so I'm actually underestimating the amount of damage you did. Yeah, so scrap that one.
To be fair, I get 10 shots before I have to reload, so...
Alright. So, yeah.
Damn.
So you guys are going to be moving towards the house.
So I'm just gonna, Riv!
Riv has 6 more seconds of her super strength, so she's gonna use that to the fullest. Or Herculean strength.
Grab the skeleton and just beat the house with it.
Yeah, I mean, I could pick up something. I could basically just.
There's a
move
big old stone sitting right there.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna grab that and just
Chunk of the wall.
Take it across the wall. Like, let's open the door. No more surprises. That's what she's gonna say.
All
no
right.
more surprises.
So she's like that and just hurls it straight through. God damn. Yeah, that's
We had a freaking Etten pop up.
yeah.
So
Does
that's-
anything happen in the next 6 seconds, D?
That's new. Giants.
Well, in this case, it was just kind of Sinclair's little joke, just for the sake of humor, I actually called that creature was called Lord of the Living Room.
Nice.
Sorry about your childhood, Colt.
How fucked up do you think it is in here?
I mean, they're you.
All right, so you go
I just see
bashing
Ivar.
right through that wall. Ivar, yes.
I just see Ivar getting up and he's yakking, but like he's functioning while he's throwing up. And you see him like just hitting the sword down a couple more times, and he's walking, but he's not walking as quick because his pace is going on. But with each step, as he yaks a little bit more, you just see Ivar flares back on his true faith. But it's not coming on as bright as it did before. It's as if he's a little distracted, but Ivar is a little frustrated at the moment.
Yeah. Well, regardless, you go bashing through that wall. You give it a few moments, and there's like a living room that it's crashed through with some tables and chairs and some very off-color looking implements as it goes through the back hall and into like looks like a kitchen area. There is a stairwell that leads up to the second floor that it narrowly missed. Then it splits to the left, which is where the dining room and some of the other elements are. And the living room is to your right. And then you have like some other kind of family room, something like that, towards the back. And then the kitchen's back on the left. So, but you can see that there's like a hallway that it went passing down into. And with the way that this works out, you know, you have... Thank you, Drew. You have Sinclair's voice emanating through the house. And it was like, do you remember Colt yet? Have you finally gotten to an understanding? And it's like echoing through the house.
So we're going to do an internal humanity roll.
Mm-hmm. Because you guys are all going to be able to make it up to the house in the time that you guys are sort of waiting for the effects of that gas to wear off, etc. It starts to come back in flashes. You can remember Sinclair. And what's funny is that when you open up this memory, everyone else at this point is seeing a projection of these ghostly-like figures inside of the actual house. And... like, it's portraying the memory, and you're coming back into the shock of it. There is this wide open pit area, inside of which there are massive blades and so on, implements and tools. There is a huge modern tile-like setting that is encompassing the space, at the center of which you can see this smaller young lad, maybe 12 tops, sitting on this, sitting at this table. And you hear Sinclair again just going like, do you remember what I've done for all of you? And he keeps speaking in that particular tone, and you're basically feeling yourself being sucked back into that experience again. You see this horrifying creature with a swollen head and a bunch of lacerations, but also this sort of articulated pattern going across it with, like, again, similar razor wire, but just tight wire wound up, knotted into a bun in the back. It has no eyes, barely any nose in particular, with the teeth outstretched and being yanked back by these cables and wires, etc. And it comes up with these small little, like, what look to be enormous, like, nanites almost. And this poor child is sitting here on this table, and it just drops 3 or 4 of them as they start to burrow into his body, and you can hear the screams. Everybody can. Everyone can hear these screams. They are terrified, defenseless, and absolutely insane. And you can hear this thing clacking its teeth together in absolute jubilation over the fact that this is happening. And you watch and fast forward in stunted little segments as the torture continues. And then the body becomes remade. And then he splits it apart again into all these living segments. All of the limbs still moving and fluctuating. And then he puts it back together again like he's some big doll. And it's like it happens again and again and again and again until finally you see the split inside of his chest. There's something that happens and there's a variability. And you can see Sinclair sort of appearing out there in the far back of that hallway. And it's just sort of like, always on the lookout for the child. Always. Protect him. That was the thought. That was the point. You can see some of the actual like skin here is beginning to peel. His demeanor, emphasizing a lot of what's going on as his cenobitic form is starting to push through it. And it's just sort of like, I opted to take on everything, all of that pain, and allow you to split into more than what you were. And then you have the audacity to lock me up inside your head, curse my name, and give me nothing but sorrow as repayment. And you had even worse, forgotten it all. Isn't that right, Mother? Isn't that right? Isn't it?
So what does that trigger in the cult?
You've found the child, in particular. The boy himself, the one that you brought out, is a facsimile of the same thing. Perhaps the innocence that was split. The real you that allowed the split to even occur took the brunt of all of that torture in that late 1800s day, and was then forgotten about because of the sheer traumatic instance of it, and left there to rot in a cell without being able to understand why it was even happening. And none of the other personalities had access to this, and you can feel the ripple of that effect, that sudden awareness coming right through, understanding why the Scarecrow and Sinclair were sort of co-opted. The Scarecrow was the worst, most terrifying childhood nightmare that you used to have before it came through. You even remember it out in the fields as it was sitting there just hovering outside the bedroom window. And Sinclair created it and separated himself, and then the rest of your spirit split with it. It's just like... And so again, the peeling continues, and you see more of his cenobitic form just punching through it. As, you know, you can see all of the damage being done, his body parts sewn back together, and all the various scars representing every last cut from beginning to end. And he's just sort of like, I will have my vengeance, or I will have my oblivion, one way or the other. Do you understand?
And you just see the cultist cock his head going, huh. Well, that's certainly going to come up in therapy.
He snarls. He's like, fucking die! Like that, and just goes right at you, and like all of it peels off, and we have to stop there.
Oh, Ivar
like,
attempted to roll an etiquette roll. To see if
Etiquette?
the proper way. Yeah, etiquette. To be like, I understand your pain. The cult does these crazy things.
That wouldn't work. he's incensed.
Ivar wants to be
that's
polite to
terrifying.
The chaotic being.
It's not chaotic. He's pain.
Yeah.
Well, he's actually Sinclair and Scarecrow now are just these tragic figures. Fuck you, John, you dick.
I never said the cult was a nice character.
Fucking dick.
I feel like I need to do a sanity check before the fight begins.
Well,
that
that's
would be horrifying.
that's what's going to happen to
Oops.
essentially to the cult. Is the cult's going to have to take a willpower check because he's probably going to be just as.
So to create, if I got this understood correctly, to create the cult, Sinclair and Scarecrow had to take the pain of the creation.
No,
The cult.
Sinclair did.
Sinclair did. Okay.
Yeah,
He took the pain.
Scarecrow was the thing that scared him before this shit.
Got it. But the pain of the actual splitting of the child. So that when you bring out the child, that's like the good side that's controlled, and Sinclair.
It's
controls
the
all
innocent
that
side
shit.
that was left over from remainder, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow, that you are really fucked up, dude.
Who are you talking to? I'm not sure. The cult or me?
All of you. What am I playing here? Like,
Oh, did he trigger your repressed trauma last episode?
Well, the thing is,
I
is
think
that
that rated R is perfect.
yeah,
Strong, bloody horror, violence, gore, language, and weaponry.
yeah.
You should add drinking. You should add alcohol use.
Well, see, the funny thing is that Bill wasn't even expecting this, because he still had a bit of vagary or mystery around the child. They were still seeking him out, and so it's the storyteller in me decided to seize that opportunity.
Very nice.
All right, I have yet to do this, but I am changing the title of this week's episode. It went from Boom Bitch to Innocent Trauma.
Oh yeah.
E channel theme intensifies.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Yeah. Well, so what's funny is that the emotional damage proves to be much more lethal than the physical shit he went under.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just bitter. He's resentful that he got locked away after doing a noble thing. Like, I don't want to really kill him now.
Well,
But
are
none of
we
the other
learning that mother is the real main primary, and John took over.
Well, Sinclair is the actual main primary.
Yeah, everybody else was taking up their roles and that kind of stuff, which is exactly the problem. Sinclair was the root soul structure and was left behind, considered crazy, mad, or completely uncontrollable.
Because everybody forgot because of all the trauma.
Yeah. A repressed memory.
Wow. What
Well,
a
I'm glad that,
delightfully fucked up villain for the cult.
I get to retain my powers for next week, though.
Yes,
so
you do. Yep. God damn. I've been waiting to spring this one for a while.
Sorry that I shot that thing really, really well.
I'm sorry that, Drew destroyed your encounter with the holy hand grenade of Antioch.
You know what?
He keeps throwing up these things in front of us, and we're like,
it's actually perfectly fine.
Shadows 3.0 stat squish is gonna make us all back to like.
Yeah, like seriously, the
These nerfs are bullshit.
Mage got a new icon.
Oh God.
Did you see what they did with the Ivar character? Fucking overpowered.
Talent trees, the patch notes.
Oh God. Of which there are
Sorry to
many.
say, but Ivar, you did a great job. Ivar got wiped out this entire encounter. Like, Ivar was useless. It was great. I love when that happens. Like,
Well, it's like I can't say that I'm not trying to kill you. I'm just being honorable about it.
no,
You're being true to it. You're not like hand-holding.
No. I think it's great because, we were sitting there and I'm like, Ivar should probably put some defense up. Nah, he's sitting after this battle. He feels a little confident. One of his disadvantages is that he's stubborn. So there's almost this stubborn arrogance, like, I've wiped things out with my holy hand grenade. I'm victorious. And my danger sense has gone down. Like, we're fine.
we're fine.
Until it was not.
It does- yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna remember the pissed off Riv for a while, though. You don't miss. One does not simply dodge the Riv.
Yeah,
I know, but
seriously.
I really wanted to give Riv the sword.
We were planning on the side to see what would happen if Barrick hadn't killed it. I was gonna come at it with the sword, swinging like a club.
Nice.
yeah, you guys did fantastic, and I have to say, so the reason why I'm okay with all of this happening the way this is because I'm basically using up everybody's like 9th life and stuff. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, everybody's pulling out the big guns just to get to the end here.
Yeah, I have managed to get by with. I still have 8 luck left though, so I haven't used it much. I think they'll be useful for the next fight.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Ken, I like this idea we're talking about in mechanics. Hindsight.
Hindsight luck.
As an advantage.
It would have to be a powerful. That's a powerful advantage. That should
20
be
point.
expensive. Yeah,
Well,
that should be
maybe it's
expensive.
like a double cost
Ooh.
or something. But like,
Or maybe retro luck is one of the milestone abilities for the human class.
Yeah, actually, luck could be one of those things for like the human milestones. You could basically spend luck to save it. You basically have a bank of luck that you can pull on later on.
You know,
know.
that's actually something we should discuss at some point. I
Yeah.
think the luck system is such a unique thing in my mind. It'd be cool if there's ways to gain luck back during a fight if you
Yeah.
did specific things.
Yep. I think
Like-
inspiration point.
yeah, it's kind of inspirational, like the similar to D&D and things
Or
like that. Also,
fate
fate
points.
points from yeah.
Oh, I don't know those.
Wavelength. Yeah. We're all synced up on the gigaderps over here. Yeah. So
Gigaderp.
yeah, there's a lot to still
can
push
see-
in.
Hey, you get so many crits in a row, you should get some luck back.
I
I'm
have
just
to
saying.
agree that something like that should be there. Yeah.
Ooh.
Like you can rock.
Boom,
3 crits
headshot.
immediately.
Boom, headshot. Boom, headshot.
God,
Just-
I almost want to have.
Go ahead.
I want to have Ivar next week. Almost try to heal Sinclair. Like his whole thing is like,
God
I
damn it.
must heal him. I will give him empathy.
No, we have.
We're gonna be holding back Drew while we're pummeling Sinclair.
So Colt is the mage. Ivar's the cleric. Riv is the. I'll say rogue.
Yeah, she's the rogue
Like,
for
you
sure.
You have like the jack of
Absolutely.
all trades like skill set,
Yeah.
and then Barrack's like ranger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's got very specific combat skill sets, and he
Yeah.
operates within those very well.
Nah, he's a ranged paladin.
A ranged paladin.
Oh, what was
I gotta
that? Was
bless
that
you from over here.
Ret paladins? That would like. Oh yeah. Face tank.
Okay, I gotta get up at 4:30. So,
Oh God.
Yeah.
Clock's knocking down.
good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good game.
Yep. Good game.